Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's video, we kick off a new FNAF themed mini-series as we take a look at some of the greatest moments from the Five Nights at Freddy's games. Over the next few videos, I'm going to highlight some of my personal favourite moments from franchise history, but these lists will of course be subjective, so let me know what your favourites are in the comments section below. With that said, let's take a walk down this animatronic themed memory lane as we explore some of FNAF's best moments. Five Nights at Freddy's has always been about survival. The premise for many of the games is to reach the end of a night shift, and upon doing so, the player is given a brief reprieve from their animatronic nightmare. Each time the player reaches 6 AM, they are greeted by a celebratory cheer. Surely the most gratifying sound in FNAF history. But why is surviving a night one of FNAF's best moments of all time? Well, quite simply, because these are difficult games, based on a mixture of skill and luck due to their RNG nature. Managing resources such as power while trying to monitor the animatronic's movement around the building is anxiety-inducing, and the relief felt from finally beating a night is palpable. When the original Five Nights at Freddy's game released in 2014, it was a bit of a mystery. By now we know of the cryptic and intricate lore woven into these games by creator Scott Cawthon, a story which connects each of the 8 titles up to the spin-off games, books, and graphic novels, and has led to an entire theory community rising up to decipher its hidden mysteries. But if we rewind to the original release, FNAF appeared, at least on the surface, to be a simple point-and-click survival horror experience, full of terrifying animatronic jump scares. However, gradually, as players paid attention to the finer details, they realised FNAF was more than it first appeared. This began with newspaper clippings which would occasionally pop up on walls while viewing certain camera feeds around the pizzeria. These newspapers told the tragic tale of missing children at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, abducted by a man who dressed as a company mascot. A suspect was charged, but the bodies were never found, and eventually this bad press led to the closure of the restaurant. From here, as new games released, and the community pulled at those loose lore threads, a greater picture of a FNAF universe began to emerge. But it all began with those newspaper Easter eggs. Phone Guy is, for many, one of the most beloved characters from FNAF history, voiced by the creator himself, Scott Cawthon.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too.
Phone Guy appears as a major support character in both Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2, as well as a smaller supporting role in FNAF 3. His job is to familiarise the protagonist, and by extension the player, with the game's mechanics. While doing so, Phone Guy also provides a little story information for us to go off. There are many great Phone Guy moments. His conversations are full of goofy humour and always a pleasure to listen to. Well, to begin with at least. The further into the story of each FNAF game we get, the more unhinged and worried Phone Guy becomes. A defining moment in the original Five Nights at Freddy's is found during Night 4, where it is revealed that Phone Guy's conversations have been pre-recorded some time ago, and he himself fell victim to the animatronics.
Oh, hey, wow, day 4, I knew you could do it. Hey, listen, I may not be around to send you a message tomorrow. It's been a bad night here for me. I'm kind of glad that I recorded my messages for you when I did. Hey, do me a favor. Maybe sometime you could check inside those suits in the back room. I'm going to try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there, you know. Oh no.
This chilling revelation is surely one of the creepiest and most iconic moments from any of the FNAF games, and is highly effective in making an already unsettling story that little more horrifying. By now, it is common knowledge that the evil mastermind behind the animatronic designs and missing children was a man called William Afen. Afen used his position as one of the two founders of Fazbear Entertainment to abduct and murder young visitors of the pizzeria, luring them into the party room after hours and then hiding their bloody remains within the various animatronic suits. These actions are never explicitly shown. These are teen-rated horror games after all. Rather, they are cryptically teased via a selection of retro 8-bit style minigames. The best of these story-related minigames can be found when looking at Five Nights at Freddy's 3, where we learn of William's gruesome demise. Haunted by the spirits of his 5 child victims, Afen hides himself away inside a Spring Bonnie suit. This move turns out to be a fatal error on his part, as the spring lock fails and snaps shut, impaling Afen and fusing his body with the animatronic outer shell. Not only is this sequence so great because of its lore implications, it also provides context for who that creepy rabbit stalking us throughout FNAF 3 actually is. It's a chilling reveal, discovering Springtrap has been William Afen this entire time. Sister Location, the 5th FNAF game, moved away from the template of rinse and repeat gameplay found in the first 4 entries to create something more unique. No longer were players confined to one room, instead we explored a sister location to Fazbear Entertainment's own restaurant chain founded by William Afen. Players moved from room to room, each night completing a different minigame. Between these minigames we received instructions from a softly spoken female animatronic called Circus Baby.
You must be careful. You must remain calm and listen to my voice.
It eventually becomes apparent that this has been an elaborate setup, and we have stepped into a cleverly manufactured trap. Circus Baby was initially designed by William Afen to scoop up children and hide them in her belly. Unfortunately, his daughter Elizabeth ended up as Baby's unintended victim and now haunts her body. Elizabeth creates a plan to free the ghosts of her fellow child victims. She does this by tricking the player into removing parts of each animatronic and, finally, her own endo, and then fusing them together into one singular creation known as Ennard. If that wasn't enough, the protagonist, commonly believed to be Michael Afen, Elizabeth's own brother, finds himself trapped inside the scooping room.
You are in the scooping room now. Funtime Foxy has already been here today. Funtime Freddy has already been here today. Ballora has already been here today. Circus Baby has already been here today. I've been out before, but they always put me back. They always put us back inside. There's nowhere for us to hide here. There is nowhere to go when we look like this. But if we looked like you, then we could hide. If we looked like you, then we would have somewhere to go. The scooper only hurts for a moment.
Ennard proceeds to activate the scooper, hollowing out poor Michael and in turn allowing the jumble of endos to crawl inside his body and escape the sister location. This bizarre twist is so weird and wacky, it almost feels ridiculous. Almost. It's handled in a way that somehow works in FNAF's kooky universe, and remains one of the creepiest twists in the series to date. And with that, we come to the end of FNAF's Greatest Moments Part 1. Stay tuned, as in the next episode of this mini-series, we continue this nostalgic look back at what made these animatronic horror games so special. With that said, let me know what some of your favourite moments from FNAF history are in the comments section below, and remember to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it, as well as subscribing for more horror related content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.